What is up, y'all? Welcome to another live stream, Saturday night style, where we all get together and hang out for a little bit on a Saturday night. So, today was kind of a busy day. I got something crazy going on right now. So, earlier last week sometime, this common bristlenose tank right back there, I took the hatchlings out of the cave, and I know that I searched that cave over and over again and put them over here in a breeder box. And today there's another clutch in there, but there's also like 5 or 6 wigglers that are the same size of these. So I'm kind of confused because the dad did go out whenever I pulled the cave out. So did they stay with him? I don't know. I'm just so confused because now I've got like breeder boxes and specimen containers full. Everything's full. It's making me think about like if you build it, they will come. Like if you buy it, you'll fill them up. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I had a really exciting day. Went and got to meet one of my subscribers. I brought some super red plecos to Adrian Castillo, and he showed me his LFS, and I bought this aquarium back here and made a friend. That guy's pretty cool that owns the shop and everything, and he's actually a member of a aquarium club in Des Moines. So yeah, I'll be talking with him more. He's a pretty cool guy, and he'll probably take some of my stuff here and there. So, and he asked, I wasn't even going to ask today. You try to build a relationship with him first and then worry about that stuff later. But he was like, so do you breed anything? Because I'm always looking for extra suppliers. So yeah, it was a good day. It seems like it blew by. It's already 7 o'clock, and yeah, it seems like the day is completely gone. I've got 6, let's see, wait 1 second. I've got 6 videos to edit. It's craziness. I don't even know what I don't know. Tomorrow I may or may not try to get one of them done. The last time I had this many built up at one time, I did one a day until they were all built up. If I do that, I don't even have to make a video for, gosh, I wouldn't have to make a video, because that would actually be most of October's videos. Like, I wouldn't even have to make a video. I don't know. I'm on a streak right now. But anyhow, hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully you guys had a great day. Yeah, nice duck lip pic on Instagram. Yep, I was excited. I've wanted one of these tanks for a long time, and they're nothing special. And like Bob Steenfot talks against them because he went through the same thing. He wanted one really bad. He thought they'd be really cool. And I think part of the problem is, though, he had his on the floor. I'm gonna have mine like probably chest high, somewhere around in there. I don't know. I'm gonna get it out and reach over it and really think about it before I do it and stuff. That way I get it to where it works for everything. But yep, so let's go to the chat, see who all is here. It says we got 25 people here right now. We got Jad Orsi first in the chat. What is up, Jad? And then we got Peter Thiel from Mob Guppy. And then we got John Bedker. What is up, guys? And it was us for a while. Bum, 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 bum. Select Pet is in the house. What is up, Select Pet? He's working, though. So, have fun at work, man. Let's see here. Who else is here? Mary from the channel RNH2O is here. What is up, Mary? What is up, Dank? Welcome to the live stream, guys. Dank says he watched Shaq whole season. Yeah, that was a good one. Daryl Deemer is in the house. What is up, Daryl? Romaine Paul is here. What is up, Romaine Paul? And Bluefish Aquatics is here. What is up? Yeah, I got a 50-gallon frag tank is what it is. Low boy. So right now, unless I change my mind, and it's kind of weird to do this too, like I got to thinking about this, I'm really ahead on my videos. Like right now I think I got 6 already on YouTube. I got 6 to make. So what I'm going to have to start doing is videos like this that I make about this, I'll have to jump in front of other videos because you guys will be able to see this on the live stream. But I'm thinking about starting right at the corner of this 40-gallon breeder and just coming straight across and have it like right about here behind me. The two things, well, one thing that would help is maybe it would have like a better background for me. But one thing that it would be bad for is if you guys watch my regular videos, my intro every time, I'm setting back there and this is the backdrop. So that means that that tank would be right in the way of that. It wouldn't be that bad of a deal, but then that means that I can't paint the tank. I can't paint the background, and I don't want to paint this side because I want you guys to be able to see it on the live stream. So tanks that are out in the open that don't have a background makes it hard to film. I guess I could put up something black behind the tank when I'm filming it or something. Golly, forgot how to swallow again tonight. I don't know, so that's up in the air, because if I set that tank up, I won't be able to make a video on it, which, what is there to really make a video about anyhow? I might throw bits and pieces of that in or something. Right now what I'm going to try to do, I think, is I think I'm going to make one of those Corey from Aquarium Co-op cinder block stands like that one right there. Instead of using 2x4s, you use 2x8s and you let them hang over the edge in the front and you let them hang over the edge in the back. And you can do that with 40-gallon breeders too. And I think this tank right here is the same depth as a 40-gallon breeder. But anyhow, Mortal Slayer 82 is here. What is up, man? I always get you and your Instagram name mixed up. But isn't your name Kevin? Mortal Slayer 82. Isn't your name Kevin? I'm pretty positive that's you. If it is, I'll try to remember to start calling you Kevin instead of Mortal Slayer 82 every time. I think it's Keener. Okay, so Romaine Paul, look at the big eyesore that sticks out. Yeah, Romaine Paul. Red Dirt Cichlids, hello fish peeps, what is up, man? Jeff from Valley Fish is here. Wish I had that problem. Yeah. Keith Bordley's here. What is up, Keith? Hello. HC Aqua's here. What's up, Jesse? Love your place, man. Oh my gosh, if you're still here, I watched Jimmy's video on your place, and oh my gosh, dude. It is kind of cool how it's all outside and everything too, and it's also cool to finally get to see your stuff after knowing you for so long. But yeah, awesome stuff, man. Really cool to see. Carbon Really is here. What is up? Nice to see ya. Let's see, who else? Hawaiian Peacock is here. Aloha. What is up, Hawaiian Peacock? Aloha to you. Fish Out of Water Aquariums is here. Sup, fish nerds? What is up with you, fish nerd? Nice to see ya. Yeah, Candy brings up a very valid point. Mary, it's hard not to type Mary RNH2O. It really is. Yep. I can't blame her though. Like RNH2O kind of is more catchier. But then I changed my name one time too. I'm pretty sure just once, but it is really hard not to do it though. Let's see here. Candy. Oh, okay. I already read that one. Fish Out of Water Aquarium says, "Why am I not moderator on here? I've been here since sub 1." Well, I haven't done moderator checks in a long time, buddy. So there you go. I think that did it. Whoops. I pushed the wrong button there. Now look what you did. Okay. So Select Pet says, wait, Mary changed her name. How did I miss that? Yeah, the other day it was just all of a sudden out of the blue gone. I noticed it on Joel's live stream. Let's see. Raf Cabrera is here. What's up, Raf? Nice to see you, man. Select Pet says, thank you, Jeff. Been trying to figure out how to get tanks bigger than 16-inch on blocks. You can get 18-inch blocks too, and I think that's what I'll do. I'll get the 18-inch long ones. This is what happened with me. I watched Corey's original video on the Aquarium Co-op channel on how to build those, and I built my one in my dining room. And originally there was going to be 15 tanks on it, something like that, and there only ended up being 12 because the way that I built it, I had to end up having double blocks. Well, after I built it, I watched another video that Corey had made where it was like a redo, and he had figured out that you could do the 2x8s instead of the 2x4s, and you could let them hang over a little bit in the front. So you do 3 2x8s on the blocks, and you only have to have one row of blocks that way. And you could fit a 40-gallon breeder on there perfectly, and I think this tank over here is going to be the same way. And what I'll do is I'll build it to where I can maybe do 2 40-gallon breeders on the bottom and then do this low boy on the top. That's what I'm going to try to do. But once I get in there and start doing it, I might change it up. Who knows? Koi Betta Fin Addicts is here. What's good, fish peeps? Just hanging out on a Saturday night. Aquarium Adventures, hello fish fans. Just popping in to say hello before bed. Love your new fart video that you're doing. It's awesome, man. Just wanted to throw that in there. It's kind of perfect, and it's funny, and it's a good video. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go over to Aquarium Adventures. He's got a little segment that he's doing. He's done it 2 weeks in a row. He's not promised to do it once a week, but it's kind of funny. Fish and related topics or something like that, but he calls it fart. It's really funny. Aqua Freedom is here. Hey Jeff, what's up, man? Not too much, just enjoying the weekend. How about yourself? Pam from 54 Punchy is here. Hello and good night, Aquarium Adventures. Sci-Fi's Wordsman, what up, kids? What is up, Sci-Fi? Sci-Fi's Wordsman. Boy, that was a tongue twister. Welcome to the live stream. Oh my goodness. I will mess up this first name. I'm not very good at it. Of Loriak Peterson. Hello everyone. I am so sorry. I'm not even going to try it. Welcome to the live stream though. Koi Betta Fin Addicts saying hi to everybody. Alright, so it looks like John Gonzalez is here. What is up, John? Welcome to the live stream. Yep, we're at the bottom of the chat, so it says we got 37 people here. For you guys that are new here, we do a Wednesday night live stream at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, and it is a Q&A. That's what I've been doing the last 3 or 4 weeks anyhow. And then the Saturday night one is just a hangout. We just get together and just, you know, there's no topic, but we try to stay like fish related or whatever, but we always end up talking about food or whatever, ball games or whatever is going on. So so what is everyone up to? Anything interesting happening in the fish room this week? I've had a lot of plant deliveries. I've had all kinds of stuff come in from Amazon this week. I spent way too much money this week. Fish Out of Water Aquarium says, anyone get new fish this week? no, I didn't get any new fish this week. I sold a lot of fish this week. I made a trip to my LFS. Would have been Thursday or Friday, one or the other, and sold some shrimp and some plecos and some inlers and some platies. Okay, so Mortal Slayer 82 says my name is Kevin, not the Keener one though. Okay, so at least I got Kevin right. So welcome to the live stream, Kevin. Adrian Castillo's here. And it went bye-bye. Looking forward to see you set up that low boy. Yeah, another thing, Adrian is the one that I met today, and I didn't get a selfie. I should have got a selfie. The kid is really a nice guy. He had his little dog with him. He's got a cute little corgi, and brought him some plecos, and he had some leftover plants that he wasn't using, and he just said, I've got some leftover plants, and it was, you know, a little Walmart sack or something like that, you know, and I got it home, and oh my gosh, he hooked me up. He had like 5 or 6 different types of stem plants in there, and some dwarf sage that was just a big Ziploc bag of dwarf sage. I mean, really nice propagated stuff, and then a great big sword plant, a giant sword plant. So again, thank you very much, Adrian. That was a really nice surprise and really nice of you to do, and I'm really glad you turned me on to that fish store over there. It's really cool. Yeah, and I'll bring you guys a fish room tour of that one of these days. I think I'm gonna wait till after October though, because he is building onto it, and he's going to have a bunch of reptiles in there and stuff too. So he's doing a really good job. I think he's been going 2 years, if I remember right. But really nice guy, really clean place, and he's got bunches of different types of plecos. So he's my type of dude. But yeah, so. Okay, let's see what is going on here. Red Dirt Cichlid says, sent some subs, a lot of new channels I haven't seen before. Sent some subs, a lot of new channels I haven't seen before. Alrighty. Koi Betta Fin Addict says, getting a bunch of shrimp this weekend. Awesome. That's really awesome. That's something that I haven't done in a while. I do have some shrimp that are fasting right now that I'm going to ship out Monday morning to Jason from Jadron Aquatics. I'm doing that sticker exchange where you send something to him, and he'll do an unboxing video of it, and then he'll print you out some stickers and send to you. And the shrimp that I'm sending to him are my wild Neocaridina, but I haven't gotten any new shrimp in a while, and that's something that I could do with this tank right here too. I could do like a crystal shrimp tank, because I've never done crystal shrimp. I've never done any kind of Caridina shrimp. I've only done Neocaridina. I got like 4 or 5 different colors. So that's something that I could do with this tank too. That would make an awesome shrimp tank. I mean, that would be crazy. But what I really kind of want to do with this tank is do a pleco community tank and just get all kinds of different plecos. Now the one thing that I got to be careful with is I don't want to get like some meat eaters and some herbivores, you know. I want to try to stay with like one, like if I get some Hypancistrus, which I love a lot of the Hypancistrus out there, I want to stay with all Hypancistrus. So then it would be like a Hypancistrus pleco community tank, you know, or an Ancistrus. And I kind of want to get away from Ancistrus, not to get away from it, but I've just got a bunch of Ancistrus plecos, and I don't know, I think I'd kind of like to, you know, just get one-offs of each one of them, you know, and just do like a Hypancistrus community tank. Also, guys, if you get a chance, if you're on a mobile device, if you touch in the middle of the screen like you're trying to pause it, there'll be a little eye icon come up, and I'm doing a poll on this live stream here. If you guys could vote on that poll, and you guys that are on desktop, you just hover your mouse over it and click on the eye. If you guys could vote on that poll, ask a question, trying to figure out how many live streams a week I should be doing. I've done 2 since like March, I think, 2 a week. So, and then I upload twice a week as well. Um, Congrats, Koi Betta, on getting some shrimp, though. That's awesome. Let's see here. Select Pet said, and then the chat went crazy. Yeah, Candy just said, did you say what's going in the lowboy? Yeah, I'm just going to have to do my research, but what I want to do is a bunch of plecos. Like, do one of each, you know, like, if I get like a zebra pleco, just get one of them. And if I get like a leopard frog pleco, just get one of them. And yada, yada, yada. The only problem with that is like me and Mile High Plecos were talking. If I ended up getting a bunch of males, there might be a lot of aggression going on. But I've got to do my research on it. You know, I got to. Hey, Joel from New Zealand is here. What is up, Joel? Welcome to the live stream, man. Aqua Freedom says, no fish, but I set up a 20 long today with some houseplants that I hope will grow submerged. Awesome. I've got, in this 40-gallon breeder over here, I've got some Christmas Java moss that is growing up out of the water and onto the great big piece of driftwood that comes out of the water. And right now it's like 5 or 6 inches out of the water, and it's just connected all around the branches and everything coming up out of the water, and it looks really sweet. And then in my vivarium, I put some on the little tree branch that comes out of the background, and it's starting to propagate. It's starting to take off, so I'm really happy about that. It really looks cool. But you're talking about taking a plant that's immersed, or not even immersed, just a house plant, and submerging it. I've seen people take moss that you find out in the woods and grow it in tanks. It seems like it did really good for a while, and then it died completely off or something. But the moss that you find on like logs out in the forest, if you bring that in a mat, you can put it in your aquarium, and what it does is it grows differently, grows up towards the light. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Need to feed the kids. Much love and aloha. Thanks for stopping in, Hawaiian Peacock. I appreciate it. Raph says, yes, I pick up 8 redtail good eye fish from one of my fish club members. That's awesome. You know, to get back to this LFS that I went to today, he's a member of a fish club that's about 45 minutes away from me. So probably this winter, I'll probably go ahead and join that club. I'll start going to some of the club meetings and stuff, and and yeah, I've needed to for a long time. Okay. Let's see here. Select Pet says, I'm avoiding the LFS. I'll end up buying goldfish, and it's Punchy's fault. Yep. Fish Out of Water says, I will be gone a week, but won't be able to watch live stream. We'll be on a cruise. Wow, that would be nice. Yeah, Select Pet says, one big royal in the center as king. Yeah, I think it would be really cool to do some type of, you know, a community pleco tank, but there's all kinds of, you know, stuff you got to think about before you start it, because like the aggression thing, that's a real thing, you know, especially if you get like a great big couple. I mean, like I went into my LFS the other day to take those livestock in, and he said, will you come over here and tell me if this is a royal pleco or not? I had someone bring in these 2 plecos, and they said that they're royal plecos, and I knew instantly that they weren't. What they were is they were a common pleco, just a common one, you know, and they were like 20 inches long, but they were a light colored common pleco. Like he's got a dark one there, and I've got a dark one at home that's like probably 10 inches long. But anyhow, I had never seen a light colored one before. I mean, they were really, really light colored, but you could tell They're just a common pleco, but they were like 20 inches long, or 15 to 20 inches long, somewhere around in there. Yeah, Sci-Fi Swordsman says 1 dietary requirement. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to have to switch, you know, do different types of food and stuff, you know. Let's see here. Punchy said something and then I missed it. All right, so Mahai Plecos is here. He says, yo, yo, yo. I'm just saying hi. What is up, Mikey? Priscilla MK Art is here. What is up, Priscilla? Let's go up here and see. I want to see what Pam had to say. Dank is no, that wasn't Dank. That was Mike. Mike texted me. I should have known that he was here. Allison Chains is here. She says the Aqua Neat light comes in 2 styles. One has more LEDs, one has less. Which one do you have? Planning a 30-inch over a 20 long. I've got the one that has one single row of LEDs, and some of them are blue and some of them are white. And it really is a great plant, or great light for plants. So that's the one that I've got. It's just one single row of LEDs. I was honestly, Kyle recommended it, and I went ahead and ordered it because you could see in the video that his tanks were really bright, and he has just a bunch of plants that he sells online, you know, for his website. And he was bragging it up on how good they grow his plants. So I went ahead and ordered one, and I was surprised because when I got it out of the box, it's a real narrow light. It's like 1.5 inches wide, and it's just got one strip of LEDs down the middle of it. But it really puts off a real wide beam of light. It covers my whole 40-gallon breeder. So I think 30-incher over a 20 long would just be a really good plant light for you, for sure. I mean, mine even shines over onto the floor and everything. I mean, it's bright. Mike M Howie 9 is here. What is up, M Howie 9? I want to say Mike, but it might be Matt. I can't remember. Fish Out of Water says, I just got I just got a few 20-inch Aqua Neat lights, 12 each on eBay. Great lights. Yeah, they are. They really are. Mad Cypress LL is here. Word up, friends. What is up, Mad Cypress? Nice to see you on this Saturday night. We've already been going for 30 minutes, guys. Good grief. We got 43 people here. All right. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. M Howie 9 says, I like the Aqua Neat lights. Me too. I've had one now for about 6 weeks. I'd always use the Night Crew, and they grew plants okay, but this Aqua Neat one is amazing for growing plants. Sorry about the long sigh. I just got a work text, and it's just like, I don't want to be thinking about work on the weekend. And I just want to call my boss up and say, dude, the text that you just sent me, I got an email about it today. It's the weekend. There's nothing I can do about it. Stay off my back this weekend. That's what I want to tell him. Like, come on. Good grief. Ay, ay, ay. He's not even a hard butt. It's just there's a lot of things going on at work right now that everybody's panicking about. And, like, I already know exactly every word that he just said on the text. Like, I don't need to hear it. Sorry about that, guys. So Tampa Tom says, I bought my second Flu Ball 3.0, setting up a new planted 20 long. Awesome. That is a very, very nice light. Joel says, do you have to sleep with those fish tanks? Yes, I do. My bed is right there. Right there. but it doesn't bother me. I sleep real heavy. John Bedker says 10 hours max, so Select Pet says, me either, Jeff, no work on weekends. Yeah, what it is every 3 years we get what do you call it, inspection by accreditation program, and we got an email today that they're coming to our shop Tuesday, which is even more of a reason why you need to leave me alone this weekend. Like, we can talk about all this Monday. We got plenty of time, guys. We're actually looking pretty good. It's just aggravating. Let's see here. Angelo's Fish Tanks is here. Hi all. Hi Jeff. What is up, Angelo? Nice to see ya. Tampa Tom says, if you have tanks in your room, do you ever wake up thinking it's raining or water is leaking? I do. No, I don't. No. I never have. Get it off your chest. Yeah, well, the only way I could get it off my chest right now is if I send my boss a real snippy text and tell him, dude, can we talk about this Monday? Like, it is 7 o'clock at night, 7:30 at night. Like, come on. Like, I know what you just sent because I got an email about it today. And I've already heard from you about this today, too. Like, I don't need to hear anything else. John says, running water, I gotta pee. That's funny. Do you wet the bed? No, never had that problem either. 41 people watching. Okay, let's see here. They can mean multiple things. I miss having tanks in our room. Yeah, I'm thinking about very seriously about rearranging my basement. I've got plenty of room down there and putting it all in the basement, because I think that would be the best place for me to try out continuous drip and drain all the tanks and all that kind of stuff, because I've got a floor drain down there. All my water lines are down there and everything, you know, and I think it'd be a good place to start that out. So I'm looking at different options right now on doing that. I can do that this winter for sure. Jad Orsi says, I'm off to buy some PVC piping. Laters all. Thanks for stopping in, Jad. It's nice to see you, and you have a great rest of the weekend. BB23 is in the house. What is up, BB23? Nice to see you. It's been a while. Allison Chain says, Gravity works. Yep, I've talked with Mike from Mile High Plecos, and he does the Steve Poland method. He's not had any problems with his at all. So I'm thinking about it. Pete Berlinski's in the house. Hey, Jeffro and Fish Peeps. What is up, Pete? Nice to see you, buddy. BB23 is reading AP Physics textbook for my head fried. Yep, that will do it. I hate to read, even to this day. I hated it in school. I hate it now. Aquanite UL rated. I don't know. Somebody asked me that last live stream, and I really don't know. Hang on one second. Yeah, I'm not seeing a stamp on it at all, so I just know that it's not. So, like I said in the last live stream, make for sure and look before you order one. I'm a rebel. BB23, hate to read, he is successful on YouTube. I should follow his footsteps. Yep. 54 Punchy says, which is what worries me about them. I have 2 on 10-gallon tanks, and they're doing good so far. Yep, it's definitely something to think about, for sure. Yeah, the Aquaneat ones are, it's warm. The light is, and the power supply. BB23 says, my 20 long is located in a corner where I can just glance at it every now and then when I'm doing homework. That's awesome. Yep, Candy says her Aquaneat gets hot too. Yeah, it isn't hot enough that I can't touch it, but it's hot. Yeah, I'm looking at the whole wire all the way up to the light, and there is no stamp on it at all. I know the silver tag. I know what you're talking about. There's not. Mob Guppy says, let's talk snails. My LFS does not like mystery snails. She suggests nearite, but they are not working fast enough. My LFS won't ever pull the trigger on snails for me. I brought in some ram's horn snails for him one time, and he just like, I'll take them, but I don't need any. I'm like, well, I got a million of them at home. I even got tons of Malaysian trumpet snails, and I kind of like them because they're good substrate cleaners, you know. And I took some of those in the other day, and he just kind of, he's not into snails, you know. I think if you have snails in your tanks, you can sell them. You know what I mean? Like if you push them. But it's like one of those type of deals where he probably forgets about them, that he has them or something. I don't know. Select Pet says, I have my wife thinking she's picking out fish for the living room. Keyword is thinking. Allison Chain says, I have one Aqueon modular 30-inch. Love, love, love it. $80 a pop. Need 3. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Keith Boardley says, I'd recommend checking on Amazon and the warehouse deals, and they normally have some decent deals. That's a great idea. The cord isn't hot, just the power supply. It's just normal heat on the power supply. The light is hot, but it's done that ever since it was brand new. It's nothing that I'm concerned about. It's not like melting type hot. Allison Chain says, you need a puffer fish, Jeffro. Yeah, puffer fish. I need cories. I need discus, and all of those right now. Just, I'd have to buy tanks, you know, directly for them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I could though. Like a puffer fish would be fun. Like get some of those nano-sized ones, you know, like the pea puffers. He's an anti-snailite. I've never heard that term before, John. That's funny. Anti-snailite. Let's thicken the pot here. Yeah, I'm not even going to answer it. I'm just going to ignore it. All right. Select Pet says, so what's wrong with buying more tanks? You got a whole basement to fill. Yeah, I know. It just costs money. I tried to mind budget, you know, and I just bought a tank today. So now I'm on save mode again. Can you tell me your opinion on ocean nutrition now that you've been using it for a while? My fish, every shrimp, every pleco in my fish room, love it, man. What I like about the shrimp plus flakes is you can kind of crinkle them up in your finger like this for fry, and they just, Absolutely love it. And then, you know, the Formula One flakes, they love those too. I'm feeding it once a day to all of my tanks now. I feed other stuff too, but for the for the most part, they'll get this and something else every day now, and they're all loving it. Absolutely loving it. And the zebra Daniels that I got over here, whenever I started feeding them those brine shrimp flakes, they just shot out where they're huge now. You know, they're just taking off. BB23 says Hurricane Florence just flew past us and no one was harmed in my state. Blessed. Slick Pet says apparently your boss wants you to work on weekends too, equals more money. No, I am salary, dude. I could work 900 hours a week and not get paid extra. So basically all it means is I just need to get up a little early Monday, not do what I was gonna do Monday. Got to take my son to an appointment at 1, and then after that go to the shop. So Select Pet, Mary, you're okay. Cobalt is my go-to because it has pro and probiotics. Yep, I just bought these because I saw them online, and I hadn't. Well, I saw them on Michael's Fish Room, and I had not fed flake food in a long time. Kind of got away from it because a lot of times flake food would like cloud the tanks and stuff. And one thing about it is these have not clouded my tanks at all. I've not noticed any kind of clouding on any of my aquariums, so that's a good thing too. Mob Guppy says every review of the Ocean Nutrition flakes off the charts positive. Yeah, like what I just said, that's another thing that's good to bring up because I have like tried to overfeed and everything. The nice thing that I've got going for me is in almost every tank I've got shrimp and plecos and snails, so they eat up all the extra that's left. So it's not like I've had a bunch of flake food laying in the tank and then it cloud up the tank, but I've not noticed any clouding in the tank. So let's see here. The Loach guy is here. What is up? Welcome to the live stream. Good evening to you. I can't believe we've already been live 45 minutes. It does not seem like it at all. Okay, John, I've got let me go grab this one over here real quick. I've got the Ocean Nutrition Brine Shrimp Plus Flakes. And this one right here is really awesome. It's really crunchy. It's got a bunch of brine shrimp made into flakes. And it's kind of like when you're doing the Tetra color granules, where you kind of just go like this with your fingers for your fry fish, you know. But other than that, you just throw the flakes in. And then I also picked up the other Ocean Nutrition flakes, and they're a Formula One flake. And yeah, I've been feeding it for what, 3 or 4 weeks now, 3 weeks, something like that, and it's awesome. I hadn't done flakes in a long time, and Dank preached a sermon to me one night about the benefits of flake food, and kind of got me thinking, well, I really need to start looking. And those just popped up one night. Michael was doing a live stream, and he had the owner or one of the big wigs from Ocean Nutrition on there. And they were talking about all their foods and everything, so I ordered some, and they're not too expensive. There's a ton of them in there. Angelo says, talking about this working on weekends, I'm starting a new work schedule this week, probably for the rest of the year. I'll be working every weekend. Ugh. Yeah. All it basically is right now is our company has this thing. The only thing that I've got on me at all is our company has this thing where there's a continuing education thing on their website that you have to do. And I think I've got like 12 of them that I need to get caught up on. And the email today said that we're supposed to be caught up on those for the inspector in case they check and look at it. and he's really far behind on them too. He told me the other day he was farther behind than me, but his text just now was like, everyone needs to be caught up on NSMU. Well, I already know that because I got an email about it today. You know, that's what's so aggravating. Plus, it's aggravating because, yeah, I'm behind on it. Let's see here. Pam says, I work Sundays for about 2 years now. I have been off on weekends for a long time now. Probably, 12 years or so. Before that, I had a job that I had to work on Saturdays once every 6 weeks. And before that, I didn't have to work Saturdays at all. I mean, I've pretty much, and the reason why I did that is because when I was growing up, my dad worked Saturdays, and I hated that because on the weekends, whenever me and my sister were home from school, we didn't get to do anything on the weekends, you know. My dad had a day off during the week, but we were at school. Now, in the summertime, it was nice, but, so I made up my mind when I was young that I wanted to work a job where I didn't have to work the weekends, because I can remember my dad, it just was always a pain. He always missed out on all kinds of things. BB23 says, weekends are my day to sleep in. No doubt. I set my alarm clock for 7 this morning, and I woke up at 6:30. I can't sleep in. Sci-Fi Swordsman says, what kind of shop do you work at? I do high-end wheelchairs. So like your quadriplegics and people with severe disabilities, I order the equipment to help them set up straight and all that kind of stuff, and like cushions and backs, and I'm a seating and positioning specialist is what I am. So I order all the equipment, and then I fit them for it and make them mobile. People of all ages, from kids all the way up to the elderly. KG Cichlids is here. What is up, Kevin? Nice to see you, buddy. Seem to have missed you there. Oh, Kevin, did you happen to see Jimmy's picture of the Frontosa that he put on, was that Facebook or Instagram? I think it was Instagram. Wow, that picture, it's like got 2 of them and they're like this or something, you know? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was an awesome picture. Let's see here. RNH2O says, I'm going to work weekend shifts. I get more money. Select Pet says, gotta go pay people later. Later, Select Pet. Pam says she goes to bed from 2 to 4 a.m. I don't stay up that late. Last night I was up till, I think I was up till like 12:45, and then I got up at 6:30. Mob Guppy says, it's a cool job, Jeff. Yep, I've done it since I was like 20 years old. And, yeah. Joel says, I can't sleep in either. Yeah, I can't either. I haven't slept in a long time. Sci-Fi Swordsman says, oh, cool. A friend of mine was one that made cushions for wheelchairs. Cool. Yeah, I've done it for a long, long, long time. John Bedker says, anyone else have bad luck with fusion flakes? Seems to kill fish every time I fed it in the past. Threw it away after 2 feedings, 3 deaths. Ugh. I've never used it. Before these fish flakes, I had always gotten the cheap stuff from Walmart. So whatever is, that's Tetra flakes or whatever it is. I think they carry Tetra stuff. But the last time I got a big container of it, it went really quick because my son's community tank in there, they would go through one of these in like 1 or 2 weeks, you know. So the Tetra granules fill them up better. Oh, Candy says Kevin doesn't do Instagram, but he saw it in mod chat. Cool, cool. Yeah, it's a beautiful picture. It really, I texted it to Jeremy just in case he hadn't saw it, because he's on Instagram. He never did say nothing back, but what I thought of when I saw that, and I'd already thought this before too, is after seeing that picture, you realize why people love the frontosa. It's a beautiful fish. And Jeremy's got some babies right now that was in my fish room tour video. And I didn't do a very good job of videoing them because they are just gorgeous in real life. John Gonzalez says, I get up at 1:38 a.m. I'm a bread man. Oh boy. Yep. My dad had some buddies that were bread men and chip men. My dad worked at a grocery store for, gosh, 38 years, somewhere in the, maybe 40 years. And all those guys were his buddies. John Gonzalez says, Red Tide, great band name. Are they beating Ole Miss? I've got it going out in the living room, but I shut the door before I came in here and forgot that I wouldn't be able to hear it or see it. I guess I could have it on a little bitty screen right here next to me. I could probably stream it. Because I kind of want to see, I like to see the big boys get knocked off. Like, I like to see the Patriots get beat. You know, I would like to see the Warriors get beat. I'd like to see Alabama get beat. You know, I like it. I like that underdog team that comes in and whips the big dogs every once in a while. Mob Guppy says everyone should do Instagram. The pics of fish are amazing. Yep, Instagram's really nice. John Gonzalez says I use cobalt spirulina flakes. They're awesome. Good to know. Oh my gosh, Mob Guppy just said Bama 49, Ole Miss 7. Yeah, when I watched it, Bama had just went up by 1 touchdown. Gosh. BB23 says you can never go wrong with cobalt. They are hobbyists at heart. That's cool. Oh my gosh. John says Patriots are my team. You can't deny Tom Brady and Belichick. They've put together a big run, you know. But you like to see those teams knock them off every once in a while. It's just, you know, whenever in the early 90s, whenever the Cowboys were winning it all the time, I always had that feeling someone's going to knock us off one of these days. I didn't know that it was going to be for decades and decades of not, I mean, we've been crap for quite a while. BB23 says, has anyone listened to Kill Shot by Eminem? I definitely have. I've been following that pretty closely with Machine Gun Kelly. And, yep, it wasn't too shabby. Tampa Tom says, tomorrow night go Giants. I want to know if it's in Dallas or if it's in New York. That will tell me whether we're going to probably win or not. Because Giants aren't looking too bad right now. Mortal Slayer 82 says we'll be posting the IG after the stream of my new bristle nose. Cool. After the stream gets over, I've got to do something, because I don't want a bunch of calicos. Like, there's some baby calicos in that cave, and there's some super reds in that cave, and I don't want them running around in that. I'd also like to get the eggs out of there, because the eggs are probably going to be calicos and reds as well, because that tank, the line is messed up. So I've got to get something figured out after the stream. I've got to clean out. I've got 200 albinos in this one. I've got a clutch of about 20 reds that happened last night. I've got those in this breeder box, and then in this breeder box I've got the brothers and sisters to the ones that I need to get out of here. So I think I'm going to throw these all in this 10-gallon tank over there. Take the wigglers out of that cave and put in the 10-gallon over here. And then scrape out the eggs in this breeder box after I clean it out over here. But the only problem is I don't have another air pump to run another air stone. Now I've got water flow going in and out of there, but I like to do an air stone above them as well, to suck away anything away from it, to keep them from getting, you know, fungus. Raf Cabrera says, let's go Big Blue Giants. I figured you'd be a Dolphins fan, man, living down in Miami. By the way, it is Miami that you live in, right? Because I'm going to Miami like in, I think it's either late February or early March. I think it's early March, actually. I've never been to Miami, but I'm going there for business, so maybe you can show me around to one of your pet stores or something. BB23 says, how often do you do water changes? Mine have been on this schedule for quite a while. It averages out about once a week. I do 30% on all of my tanks. So like tomorrow, I'll probably do this fish room tomorrow because they have evaporated down far enough that I'm pretty sure it's been around a week. So I'll do these tomorrow. And then like Monday night, Monday is going to be a late day at work, so I might not get them done Monday night, but maybe Tuesday night I'll do the ones out in my dining room. And then maybe like Wednesday night after my live stream, I'll do the ones in my son's room. So it's like once a week. Raf Cabrera says, yes, sir, I grew up in New York. Yep. New York Giants are an awesome team. You got to love Odell Beckham. He's awesome, man. Oddball Aquatics is in the house. What is up, girl? Mortal Slayer 82 says, I'll be helping the albino situation next Saturday. Bring it on, brother. The albino ones that you can get, there's some of them that are getting close to 3 inches. You can take those if you want. I'll just do the same price. I won't charge you more for those. And then we can do the smaller ones as well, like the 1 to 2 inches. If I was shipping, I'd probably do the smaller ones because they ship better. They have less waste and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, the albinos, I've got some really healthy ones now. The reds, they're like the biggest ones of those are like 1 to 2 inch. Like the biggest ones are like 2 inch. But that one was tricky to get. I had to get 4 of those out this morning, and oh my gosh. It was crazy. They're in there. You can see all that guppy grass everywhere. I should have, for a grow out tank, I should have just kept it bare bottom. Raf Cabrera says, yes, that will be cool. I live in Fort Lauderdale area. I will send you information to your email. Okay, sounds good, buddy. Sergeant Tank, I took your advice and stole some API water conditioner from my cousin. That is a good point. I saw that live stream the other day, and I heard him say your name. I was actually watching it on a replay though. Tested it today and fish are well, so I'm happy. Awesome. John Bedker says, all those kids and you still have to do water changes? Dang. Yeah, my son, he does them every once in a while. But usually whenever I do his, it's when he's gone to his mom's. Because he doesn't, whenever he's here, he doesn't let me do the things that I need to do. Like thin things down and change things around, and then whenever he comes back he's like, oh, what did you do with that? And I'm like, well, it needed to be done, you know, and I can do it when he's not here and I don't have to hear him complain. So it only takes like 5 minutes to do his water changes. So let's see. Valley Fish says, Jeffro, how much white tips do your black common plecos have? Actually, surprisingly, mine are pretty nice. The only problem is their line is messed up. Like the parents to these guys were both common bristlenose. There's 30 of them in there, and the guy, whenever I picked them up, said the mom and dad sometimes would throw out reds and calicos, but they do have quite a bit of white tips on them. At first, when they were babies, they almost looked like starlights. The spots were really nice, and their line is just not pure. So I'll never be able to have a pure line. And another problem with that is on resale, you know, like if I sold these super reds, I'm going to have to keep those in a totally different grow out tank and let people know they won't be as expensive either because they're not a straight line. But Adrian can tell you, mine that I gave him today, I was actually pretty happy with them. They're pretty red. I hadn't seen them out of an aquarium like that in a bag, and they're pretty red. They're nice. They're straight line. But these, I will never be able to sell as a straight line because these reds, it's very highly likely that they'll throw out common colors and calico colors, I would bet. Um, yeah, so never be able to sell them as a straight line. They'll be cheaper. So maybe once I get going really big and I've got like an aqua bid, I can be like, this is the B team line, and just tell people, you know, these are cheaper because they're not a straight line. They will throw common colors and they will throw calico, you know, I mean, so. Oddball Aquatic says, super pissed at myself. My rainbow fish died today after I did a water change. I think I just changed too much or screwed up the temp. Major fail. Yep. I know that I've never kept, I'm sorry to hear that first off, but Gary Lang mentioned what he does on his water changes with his, and I've never kept them before, but on rainbow fish, the way he explains it is if you need to do a big water change, you got to do a small one, and then the next day do a little bit bigger of one, and then the next day do a little bit bigger of one. You've got to build up to those big ones. Yeah, he did a live stream with Corey and Joel a while back, and I can remember him talking about that. So, yeah, that's probably what happened if you did too big a one. There for a long time, I was doing 50% every week, but I didn't really need to, so it was kind of silly. So I backed off to 30, and you can tell if you need to do a bigger one, but like on the rainbows, that is what Gary Lang, you know, the Rainbow King, says to do. You got to be careful, because what you're saying, I guarantee you that's exactly what happened. It's terrible. Punchy says, I got some tiny spoons to measure safe. Yep, I've seen that before. Mob Guppy says, hey gang, I'm heading to see Canelo Triple G pay-per-view. See you soon. Alright, have a great one. Allison Chain says API versus CCAM Prime. I've never done the API one, so I can't really tell you. I know that I used to use a cheaper, well, hang on a second. I'll tell you what I used to use. I used to use Tetra AquaSafe. And I think I used to lose more fish when I used this. And then I used the Prime, and once I started using Prime, all those kind of things went away and there was no more issues. So I think the Prime, what it does is it also stabilizes ammonia, so that can kind of help, like on these tanks that I have where I feed a lot of fish, heavy duty, you know. So BB23 says, see, you can't use safe with me a 20-gallon measuring spoon. Okay. Let's see, without. Oh, okay, gotcha. BB23 says, did you know Gary Lang labeled red root floaters? Yes, and I would like to have some red root floaters. I know a while back you had sent me an Instagram about some stem plants, and like send me an Instagram what you got right now and what it would cost and stuff, because I've got some weights on the way. I bought a big roll of weights because I got some plants in this week, and all of a sudden out of the blue now I've got like 10 or 12 different new stem plants, probably 10 or 12 altogether, new stem plants. And right now I got them floating in a bunch of tanks, and I need to get them weighted down and settled. But that made me remember the red root floaters are beautiful. But yes, I did hear that not too long ago on someone's live stream. I didn't know it until then though. Valley Fish says, how long is the list for the B team wait list? You talking about B team plecos? I don't have a waiting list on people waiting to get them, but I bet you they would be 3 or 4 months before they would be big enough to sell. Maybe 3 months, something like that. I'm gonna put them in a 10-gallon aquarium that has a bunch of mulm, and I'll feed them green beans and all that kind of stuff and build them up really big. But yeah, I right now um, I've got a really good thing going on with plecos, and I'm gonna do a whole bunch of grow out type stuff to where I'll always have some on hand for. I've got 4 different LFSs now that I can go to, and then you guys and whatever you guys need and stuff. So, ever want anything, just shoot me a message on Instagram and I'll tell you what I've got right now and how long it'll be. But like on the, I'm gonna call those the B team. On the B team, reds, I would say 3 months, and they'll be big enough to probably sell. And yeah. I've got some bags on the way that should be here tomorrow. I'm hoping they are, because I've got to send out some plecos Monday, and I'd rather use the bags that I ordered than the ones that I've got. I mean, I can use the ones that I've got, no problem, but the ones that I've got on order take up less room in the box. So once I get that going, I think shipping is going to be a breeze too. Yep, BB23, just send me a DM on Instagram, brother. I have some Fairlawella fry, just about big enough to sell. New batch will be a few months at least. Awesome. Alright, so we are a little bit over an hour. We got 33 people still watching. Mortal Slayer 82 says, I got red root floaters today. I'll bring a little. Cool. I got something this week that I'm really excited about. I won't be able to really utilize them until next summer, but I got some water lettuce in the mail this week. And while I was at my LFS, he said that they don't grow good inside. And I go, really? And he goes, yeah. He said he's tried them, blah, blah, blah. Well, his lights are like these low light, like purple lights for aquariums, you know, just for fish aquariums, you know. And this light up here, but do you guys, anyone in the chat, I mean, it's a 40-gallon rimless, topless breeder. I've got a heck of a light on there. I think they'll do fine, but I've never kept them before, so I don't know. I mean, it's kind of silly to think that they would die if you brought them in, though, in the wintertime. I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, that's so young. Okay, Allison Chain says, I saved a Prego Endler last night. She had white tufts all over and rotting fins, 2 salt dips, moved to quarantine, 1-inch cooler, and dosed with prime. She's 100% today. Room got warm and always temp causes this. Speaking of endlers, I was on Lucas's live stream last night, and I heard you asking when he would have rainbow tiger endlers, and his response was something along the lines of he's trying to do a version 2 of those, and it could be up to like 4 months or so. If you're really wanting some rainbow tiger endlers, I don't know if you have Instagram or anything like that. If you shoot me a message on Instagram, my Instagram's right over here. I've got tons of rainbow tiger endlers. If you wanted to get like a trio or something like that, but I've got tons of them, and they're really, really nice. They're beautiful, and they're his strain. He had sold them to King Lee, and King Lee had sold them to Priscilla, and Priscilla traded them to me for a bunch of guppy grass and ram's horn snails. So the ones that I got, Priscilla had bred, and King Lee had bred, and Lucas had bred. So it's kind of cool. It's like a YouTube fish, kind of. Allison Chain says, it's so good, YouTube doesn't let me type more. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, John Bedker said something. John says, digital thermometers are very accurate overall, but they're great for keeping your tank temp stable while doing water changes, definitely. That's another thing that I don't watch all that much. Like every once in a while, if I've got some plecos that haven't spawned in over 30 days, I'll do like a little bit of a cold water change. Like when I do my 30%, I'll do mostly cold water to kind of shock them a little bit or stress them a little bit. But for the most part, I just use lukewarm water. I go to my tap and I can turn a little bit of the hot on, a little bit of the cold, and feel of it. And bada bing, bada bang. Valley Fish says, Jeffro, any plans on going to Eastern Iowa Association auction? It depends on if at that time I'm really looking for something. Like right now I'm not. Well, I guess plecos though. By then I'll be needing plecos. I think that's on the weekend of October 13th. Am I right? Oh, John says October 13th. Yep. So yeah, I'd probably be down with that. Angelo says, wait, I was so involved in reading the chat, I didn't notice the low boy box till now. Yeah, I got that thing today. Yep, and that's actually about the best place for it because it's kind of where it's going to be. I think I'm going to set it up to where it's like in frame right here behind me. Kind of start it right at the edge of this tank, but back to where it's kind of like a little, you know, like I'm kind of in a little fish tank surrounding, I guess you would say. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let's see here. Priscilla MK Art says, oh look, you're still here. Yep, my Saturday nights, I usually go longer than an hour, for sure. Hardly ever on a Saturday night do I go just an hour. On Wednesday night this week I went for 2 hours, but that was because Dan didn't go live after me. So, let's see here. Did you put that boxing up? Did you put that boxing up video out? Yeah, that was Thursday's video, I believe. Because that's the day that Dank started busting my chops about wanting my black shrimp really, really bad. And he had like a 24-hour busting my chops. Yeah, that was 2 days ago. I did that on Thursday. So yeah, you can put it out anytime if you get yours done. Yeah, Jeffroz Fish Tank Cubicle. That's what we'll call it, Oddball. Yeah, just like I'll be boxed in here. I don't know, and if it doesn't work, you know, I haven't laid it across there or anything yet to see if it will actually work. I'm just guessing that it will. I'll probably have just a little bit of room to walk by here. But the things that it's going to change is I may end up having to set my DSLR here, and I may have to start doing my intros to my videos at this view instead of the view looking back towards here, which that isn't that big of a deal, except for the fact that those windows back there, they all help me with light whenever I'm doing my intro. So you guys probably couldn't hear me very good back there. Oh, Dank, you're lurking away, aren't you? That's why I said that, because Dank hadn't been on here in so long. It's like, got to say something to get him out of the rabbit hole. Had to go MIA for a minute. Oh, gotcha. Leave it how it is and do a colony of morning geckos. For the low boy? Is that what you're talking about, Dank? M Howie 9 says, I picked up some cool bumblebee platies at a Pet Supply Plus. Definitely led trio on order. First time buying from a place like that in years. Cool. Yeah, somebody, Dank, picked up a koi betta from like a Petco or a PetSmart, one or the other. And his koi betta, if you guys haven't seen that, he did a paludarium for it. And he feeds that stinking thing fruit flies, and then he's also feeding it like fry, you know, for like inlers and stuff like that. And that thing is bad to the bone. And it came from like a Petco or a PetSmart, one or the other, and it's just like a diamond in the rough. The fish is awesome, so you can find those kind of fish at those places. They, it just is what it is. It's like, wow. When I see Dank's fish, I think that he ordered it online, but he's like, no, I got it at a Petco or PetSmart, one or the other. Baby endlers. John Bedker says, you need a Marineland double deep behind you. Who needs a bed? Yeah, I do need. Well, this week we kind of had a breakthrough because my youngest son, just out of the blue, said, if I do move my bedroom upstairs, I hadn't talked about it in forever because all I really need, I've got 2 gigantic bedrooms upstairs and I've only got 1 kid up there. And I've got a son that's downstairs, but in his defense, he's the baby, and that was his bedroom ever since he was born. He came home to this house, so I've just kind of every once in a while laid out a hint. Boy, it sure would be nice if I could just have that bedroom, because I'll make that bedroom up there whatever he wants. I'll paint it whatever colors he wants me to paint it. But he's getting ready to be a teenager in December, and teenagers like an upstairs bedroom. They can get away from dad and blah, blah, blah when they have their buddies over, yada, yada, yada. And I could have a fish room, a complete dedicated fish room. And that room would be good too, because that room is right above the basement that I was talking about. And I could put drains right straight down to the drain, and I could bring water straight up in there. So, yeah, I know. Then I could have just a bedroom, I'd probably still keep this. This is an old antique desk that I've got this 40-gallon breeder on. I'd probably still keep that one in here. It is kind of nice to be sitting at my desk and have tanks to look at. So maybe I might keep some of them in here still, but get more, or maybe only do display tanks in my office, do a couple of display real nice tanks in my office. But if I was to be able to get that room as my fish room, then I could make racks. Like I could make a fish rack that has this and like 3 40-gallon breeders on it, or 2 40-gallon breeders on it. I could do a rack that has 3 55 gallons on it, my fish rack that has all the 10 gallons in there could be in there, that would be really efficient. I could put a roll around chair in there and a couple ladders, or 1 ladder, and that could just be a dedicated fish room. I think that would be cool. Okay, I see Candy says it's a fire. Crazy luck. What? I'm gonna go watch that video, Priscilla says. Oh, okay. I haven't watched it in over a month because I put it on YouTube like a month ago, and this week I didn't even watch it. I just know that Dank started texting me like, okay, when I shot that video, it was probably, when was your birthday, Priscilla? It was probably like 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, somewhere around in there. And since then, I gave you your shrimp, which was like 10 or 12. And then I had to cull like 15 shrimp out of that tank because they weren't, like, they were either too blue or like they were shooting out some gray ones. So that's like 27 shrimp that came out of that tank since, the one that Dank seen. Well, he did see an Instagram post the other day that I did. Or no, I texted Dank a picture of a fry box or something, and he saw the shrimp in the background. There's a good amount of shrimp in there. I could get Dank some shrimp, and it wouldn't hurt me, but from that video that I did Thursday, there's a lot less shrimp in there than then, because then I went to my LFS 2 different times too. Like I went to my LFS this week and gave him 10, and then like 2 or 3 weeks ago I went to my LFS and gave 10. So there's like from Priscilla's video to now, but they've had babies since then too, so what is the fire deal? Are you guys trolling me? We're down to 27 people here. Angelo's Fish Tank says bedrooms are overrated. We currently have a queen bed and a twin bed and a baby crib set up in our master bedroom. Our daughter randomly wants to sleep in here with the baby, So we set her up a twin. Yeah. My bedroom, the only time I use it as a bedroom is when I go to bed at night. And that's it, you know. Like my desk is right here with my big screen TV for my computer. Like when I go to bed at night, I don't even watch, like I could watch Netflix in here and everything. TM Aquatics made it to the live stream. Every time I do a live stream, he always comments on the video afterwards. I'll watch it on the replay. Sorry I missed it, man. But welcome to the live stream, man. Glad you finally got here. But anyhow, you know, lots of times when I go to bed, I just go to bed. Sometimes I'll take my iPad with me and I'll do a little bit after I go to bed, you know, catch up on, or like used to, Sergeant Tank would go late on Saturday nights or Friday nights, you know, and sometimes throughout the week, and that's whenever I would watch him, is just before I doze off or whatever. Candy Overall says, no, not trolling. I was trying to say Dank's beta is fire and I can't type. Oh, it is fire. That little thing's got to be pretty cool too. I mean, because his video that he put out on the update, or the, what do you call it? Yeah, it would be an update video, because whenever he first got her into the paludarium, or he or she, he did a video, and then this one would be an update. But the update video, he was feeding it fruit flies, which I've been doing that too. I bought a fruit fly starter from Josh's, and it got to the point where it was getting close to crashing, so I started like 4 other cultures. I did like a homemade mix that I saw online, and I've been feeding a lot of my fish in the fish room because I don't have my frogs yet, you know, so if you don't feed them, they'll overpopulate and crash. So Lumpy Dog is in the house. What is up, Lumpy Dog? Candy Overhaul, stop getting things on fire. Yeah, I was like, what is on fire, guys? Priscilla says, I watched it, love it, thanks, appreciate it, much love. Well, not a problem, girl. It was actually kind of fun. I haven't had a lot of feedback from you, but it was actually kind of fun to actually send something. Now, shrimp, you know, I'm hearing from everybody, shrimp's the easiest thing. Plecos are kind of hard, you know, but I feel pretty comfortable. I'm going to send a couple of things out Monday, so. John Becker said, did you have more low boys where you went today? Maybe I'll get one instead of another 33. Yep, I think he's got like 5 or 6 still. Whenever he ordered them, it took him 4 months to get them, and he got 12. And he's got 4 or 5 left. They're like 135 a piece. And it's the frag. It's the 50-gallon frag. So 135 plus tax. He is at Gilman, Iowa. So you're at Marion. You're south of 34, or not 34, 30. You're right around 30. So if you went down to 30 and right before you get to Marshalltown, go south towards Gilman a few miles. So however far you are from Marshalltown is about how far you would be from him. It's called Firehouse Aquatics. 2945 Taylor Avenue, Gilman, Iowa. I'm good with numbers in my head, man. They just locked up here. Dank Tank says, LOL, 33 is my favorite tank. Yep, Dank's got a nice 33 long. That's another reason why I wanted to get this tank. I'd like to get me some 20 longs. So I've never had that footprint, and I hear everybody rave about it. It's a cool looking tank. So I'd like to get me some 20 longs in the future. And since I like plecos and shrimp, I've really been wanting to get a hold of one of these for a long time. And I'm going to try to set it up to where maybe kind of like a pleco community show tank is what I kind of want to do. Lumpy Dog says, lurking with a migraine, not very chatty tonight. Well, I'm not laughing because you got a headache, but I'm laughing because I just heard your voice say everything that you just said in my head, and just not very chatty tonight. Hopefully you get to feeling better though, buddy. Priscilla says, I suck at communication lately. Everything is still alive last I checked. You sound like Bob. Bob says that all the time. Yeah, I've got a Sultan Pleco. I think it's in, what tank is it in? That sounds really bad, doesn't it? He forgets what he even got. Tampa Tom says 20 long is okay. Rather have the 29. Yeah, I've got some 29s, but not 29 long. I don't have any 29 longs. Well, that one up there, I believe, is a 29 long. I really do. Because this one down here is either a 29 or a 30. And that one up there is like 8 or 9 inches longer than this one. So, I don't know. It's hard to say. Susan for SLC Aquatics is here. What is up, Susan? Nice to see ya. Dank Tank says you heard it here first. Uh-oh. What? What, Dank? TM Aquatics +1 for the 33 long, 40 long are also nice. The 40 longs are really nice. When I went out to Jeremy's at Sergeant Tank Pets, he's got like 3 or 4 of those. That is a really nice platform. It is the same length as a 55 gallon. So he had his on a 55 gallon stand, and I was like, wow, I love this tank. I mean, 40 gallon longs are pretty sweet, guys. I had never seen that tank in person, and that is a really good footprint. It really is. I like it. You're right, TM. It is nice. I like it. So much space, too, compared to the 33. Pleco Immunity. Somebody said something earlier, a word. Oh, it was John Gonzalez. I was talking about how my LFS doesn't like snails, and he just, you know, every time I bring in snails, I'm like bringing in pretty ones and everything. And he's like, nah. And I would think he sells puffers, and I would think that he would at least keep some snails, like some feeders or something. But John Gonzalez said he made up a word, is what he did. It was Snellinator or something like that. I can't remember. John, if you're still here, say the word again. But Pleco is pretty funny, Dank. Priscilla says too many damn tanks to keep track of. Well, we wouldn't know that, Priscilla, because we don't ever get to see your fish room on videos. I don't know how many tanks you got, girl. Okay. Dank says, meh, real thing for you. Fish Tanks is here. He says, meh. What is up, real thing? TM Aquatic says, my main Pleco rack is a 40 long, 55, and a 30 long. Awesome. So, on the 40 long and the 33 long, are they the same length, but just the 33 is narrower? Because the 40 long is the same length as the 55, just narrower. And I think the 55 and the 75 are the same length, but the 75 is deeper than the 55. So it's a good length. It's a real good length. John Becker says, sweet, I may get 2, one for L66s and one for the 120s. It's nice. I've been looking for them for a while, and this is actually one of the better prices that I've seen. Oh, that's funny. I get the best text messages. I don't know what it's like to be at a live stream where someone gets text messages. I'm kind of one of those type of people that I like to be accessible. So like at work, every time someone calls me, I answer the phone. If I can answer the phone, I answer the phone. Every time my kids call me, I'm pretty accessible. Anybody that knows me knows that I get back with the text messages unless there's something. If I don't, it's because I'm really, really busy. 9 times out of 10, if you text me, I get right back with you. And yeah, and you know, my Patreon, I haven't really got it going really good yet. But what my plan is on my Patreon, on the high level thing, is I think it's called so like the $1 and the $5 are pretty low like things. Like you get some behind the scenes stuff. But the next one is $10 or more, and that level is called Jeffroz Buddy, And that one right there, I feel like if you guys do that one, like, I don't mind you having my cell phone. I mean, what's the worst? What's the worst that could happen? You turn into a fruitcake and I have to change my cell phone number? Whoopity doo. You know what I mean? So I don't have it labeled as that. I just have it labeled as Jeffroz Buddy. But if anybody ever did do that $10 or more, it's like, you know, why can't they text me and ask me questions every once in a while? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, what I was going to say is I've never been on a live stream before where somebody's getting, there was one night where I was getting phone calls through the whole thing, but that was Bob Steenfott. But he was just trying to call me and call in his poll. But yeah, I don't know. I can't silence it. I put it on silent and it doesn't silence a text. It silences the phone calls, but it don't silence the text, and everybody knows that has my number. John Bedker says they have lids for them for sale too. Nope, they did not have any lids that I saw. He talked like he's been in business there for 2 years. Good grief. He talked like he's been in business there for 2 years, and he talked like anything he needed he could get. These are some of the plecos that he had there today, though, that were just there. He had a blue phantom, green phantom, yellow king tiger. He had what's the one that is on my channel art right now? Gold nugget. He had a royal. He had super reds. He had calicos. He had commons. He had blue-eyed albinos. So that's 9 plecos right there. That's pretty good for an LFS out in the middle of the sticks. He's in the country. You got to go down a rock road to get there. So don't bring your Lamborghini, John. Don't bring your Lamborghini, man. Just bring the truck or an SUV or something. He's on about not 2 miles. He's on about a mile of dirt road. It's really a cool place. It's right there at his house. Yeah, if you're going down there next weekend, let me know. I might run down there again. I might get another frac tank. Dank says weird. You too scared to say what's weird, Dank? Candy says, dude, I didn't know you had Patreon. Yeah, I hadn't really pushed it all that much. Like, I'll tell you what happened is I went to a bunch of different Patreons and started looking at them to see how they do theirs. And I thought, I'm going to set one up and work with it before I launch it, you know, and try to get good at Patreon, try to come up with ideas and plans and yada 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 before I launch it. And after I set it up, it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, something like that, I got an email from Aqua Freedom, or no, it was in a live stream. Aqua Freedom asked me if I had multiple Patreons, and I'm like, no. And he goes, well, I subscribed to your Patreon and I didn't see anything new on there, so I was wondering if you had another one. And I go, whoa, I'll go check that out right now. I didn't know that it was live. I hadn't said anything to anybody about it. And I went back to my Patreon, and sure enough, like almost a month earlier, he had pledged $5 a month for me. So that's when, at one of my live streams, I went ahead and mentioned it, and I started linking it, and I think it's linked on my channel as well, at the quick links on the, you know, whatchamacallit. But yeah, right now I haven't been doing all that good at it. I did do a post the other night, but it was just a silly little post. What I want to do is, there's one post on my Patreon that I did, and this is the type of stuff that I want to do for it. I feel like Patreon is a way for you guys to support me if you want to support me in different ways than what you can do on YouTube. Okay, so that is first and foremost. If you guys want to, you can. I'm not pushing it. I don't need it, you know, as an income. I have a great income, yada, yada, yada. But if you want to, you can. And I feel like if you are, I should do something that is different than what you get on my Instagram or my Twitter or my YouTube. So I used to be subscribed to this guy way back that he would make videos just for his Patreon, and they were the only ones who got to see it. So I did do one a couple of weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now. My vivarium build video came out, and at the end of that video that day I was watching it and I'm like, wow, that thing has came a long way since then. Like, a lot of the stuff is like this tall that was like this tall in the video, you know. I mean, it's really growing out. Dank taught me some secrets, and that thing's really growing out. It's turning into a little jungle. It's nice, and I've got it just dialed in. And the reason why Dank did and I did this is because by the time those frogs get grown out, they've got a really awesome place to go to. But anyhow, at the end of that video, I was like, man, I should give my Patreons an update. And I need to get better at this, but I did do it. So I went and I shot a little, 2-minute video showing them what it looks like now. And I uploaded it to YouTube unlisted. And then I went and did a post on my Patreon with the URL. And then they could go and watch it. And those are the kind of things that I want to do for my Patreon, and right now I'm kind of sucking at it, but that is what I want to do, and I'm going to start working harder at it. It's like, I don't know. I don't have any excuses. Like, I've just not done a very good job at it. I want it to be really good, though. So, anyhow, that's enough about that. Allison Chain says, Dank, I ordered Burgundy and also Lavender Wandering Jew. Stoked. Yeah, Wandering Jew is an awesome one. I could probably get some of that because I've got a cave that I had a Bromade, whatever it is. Brelomad. Anyhow, I had one of those in one of the caves in the background on my vivarium, and it just died. So I was thinking about getting a Wandering Jew and put in there. Dank Tank says, so Dank's my advisor for my channel, of course. You giving out your number for $10? If you want to sell yourself for money, then move to Nevada. No, that's not what I said at all. I said that if they do something, you have to have levels on your Patreon, Dank. So the $1, I mean, I didn't make the Patreon this way. It's got 3 different levels, so no, I'm not trying to sell myself, dude. Let's see here. Awesome Allison, be prepared to trim. Yes. Green and purple. I used to keep, secrets, definitely. And Dank doesn't want me to say those secrets. I won't say them, but it's pretty cool. They're growing like crazy, like wildfire. Super secret society we all want to join. Yeah, it's called the Underground. The Underground. Hashtag Underground. Secrets don't keep friends, Dank. Bromeliad. There you go. Yeah, and that's how it has to be put in front of me to be able to remember too. No, you said something. Oh, gotcha. So yeah, you said, weird. Well, it's not weird though, dude. Like, I gave you my number for free. Like, it's not weird. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's a level, like, you got to go on to Patreon to know, but like, there's like 3 different levels. There's a $1 level that you can just give $1 a month, and then there's a $5 level, and then there's a $10 or more, and it's called Jeffro's Buddy, and there's nothing weird about it. I gave you my number for free. I'm not selling myself at all. I'm not ever even pushing it. I see what you mean now, though. Yeah, that's what your weird was about. And I said, are you scared to say something? You're like, yeah, I didn't want to make you mad, so I just said weird. Oddball Aquatics and Jeffro, if you start giving out a Patreon number, get a second cell phone for that. Yeah, really, no doubt. Select Pet says, still on, Jeff? Cool, I'm driving home now. Yep, I'll probably go ahead and go for the next 20 minutes. Yeah, because it's hour. I've been going for an hour and 40, so yeah, we'll go till 9 Central. I thought I lost you guys there for a second. Am I buffering? Okay. We are at the bottom of the chat. We still got 32 people here. Lumpy Dog says, I'm completely turned off by YouTubers begging for money. Not why I'm on YouTube, just my 2 cents. Yeah, and honestly, like Jeremy from Sergeant Tank Pets, he didn't want to do a Patreon, and I understand his side of it. And I don't have people asking me to support, you know, are there any other ways to support you and all that other kind of stuff. And actually, whenever I set it up, it was just kind of, I didn't know that I made it go live. 1800 Jeff Bro, or 1-800 Jeff Bro. Mr. B's Fishing Things is here. What is up? He says good day. Valley Fish says good on my end. No buffer on my end. Cool. Tampa Tom says no buffering here. Can you tell us the poll results? Oh, okay. Let me look at that real quick. Maybe I have to vote before it says it. So I'll vote what I think. There's only been 1 vote. That's all it's showing. Maybe I don't see the results until the end. So I just voted, and it doesn't show what the percentages of the others is. The one on Instagram, it shows me. Priscilla says, Jeffro is famous now because he's so handsome. I'm willing to sell his number for $1. Thanks, Dank. That really is my number, guys. Dank just put my real number in. Ruined it. Thanks, Dank. Yep. What was the name, or what was that, Jenny. That's Jenny's number. That ain't my number. Yeah, it is in my head. Oh my God. It is. And actually, until he wrote it the second time, I didn't get it that was it. And then I read it again, and I did. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, it's in my head. Jenny. 100% for 2 a week. Let's see here. Okay. So, anybody got anything they want to, anything going on in the fish room that's really cool? We got 20 or 18 minutes to talk. %. Okay, 1 is 0, 2 is 58%. So right now, it's showing 2 live streams a week is what the vote is winning. It's 58% is saying that. 29% of people are saying 3 a week, and 11% for 4 a week. Nobody's saying once a week. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Jeff. Dank says, I know, right? Nightbot, what? No, he's back. Is he? Huh? I didn't see Nightbot. Nightbot? I thought you fired. Did somebody really see Nightbot? Because I did. I mean, Nightbot's not on the moderator list now. I don't see Nightbot in here. Lumpy Dog says, Dank drinks too much Lucky Charms milk. Yeah, I did. I only used Nightbot one night. Actually, I thought I had Nightbot turned on for one live stream, and it didn't work. And then the next night, I turned it on, and man, it was kicking people out. Like, it kicked KG Cichlids out and everything. Like, timed him out. It was crazy. There was one person that it timed out that I'm pretty sure hasn't been back. So, Candy, you see Nightbot right now? Okay. Let me go. Okay, so go here. Where do I go to do that? I can't remember. Because I took it off the moderator list. I removed it. Nightbot's there. That is a scam, yo. Okay, I gotta go here. What? Okay. And then I gotta go to channel. I think advanced. No. Community? I think it's community. Community settings. Okay. Nightbot. Okay, let's see here. Right now, my moderators are RNH2O, Charlie, Sergeant Tank, Lumpy Dog, Fish Tropic, Mile High Pleco, 54 Punchy, Candy, Mortal Slayer, Fish Out of Water, Priscilla, Bald and Dangerous, Dank, Turtle Girl, Bob Steenpot, and Lisa's Aquatics. They're not on mine. That is weird. John Bedker says, let's get the super important questions. McDonald's or Burger King? Right now I'm pretty super mad at McDonald's. Man, McDonald's is messed up. Out of the last 10 times I'm there, and I'm really nice to them too. You know, like the other night, I was on the phone. Let's see, who was I on the phone with? I was on the phone with, a guy from my work. And when we got off the phone, my 16-year-old son says, well, I'm probably going to have to leave before you get back with the food. And I go, dude, you don't have to be there till 6:30. It's 15 minutes till. I'll get home, and then you can leave. He had something to do for school. And I get home with the food, and his nuggets, he got a 20-piece nugget, and none of the nuggets were in there. It's like, wow. So I called him and told him he isn't getting out of band until 9:30 tonight. Whenever he gets there, you better give him his nuggets, and there better not be any problems. And they said, what's his name? And I told him, and they said, we'll write it down. And he went there that night, and they didn't give him any problems. They gave it to him, and they even gave him a drink and fries. They gave it his drink and fries, but TM Aquatic says, Chris Lookup, Shrimp King, was at a local club event today. Yep, I saw that. Sadly, my wife had other plans for me. Oh well, still got to meet Corey, Joel, and Jimmy last week. Yep, I saw all the pictures, man. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there's something really fishy going on because I had just pulled your picture up. My phone went black for a second. Weird. So it attacked Valley Fish on his poll. Like, he was letting us know the poll, so the symbols were the percent signs and stuff. But Nightbot is not even on my moderators list. Like, in order to get Nightbot on the list, I had to put Nightbot's moderator URL thing in my moderator list and then hit send. And on my channel right now, Nightbot is not in there. That is creepy. What do I do about that, Candy? Like, I've already took it out of there. Like, I can't take it out again. Tampa Tom says, oh, Nightbot is with me. He's cool, don't worry. Whatever, man. Oh my gosh. Check Messenger. I sent a screenshot. Yeah, I'm way behind in the chat. Nightbot banned globally from Twitch TV. Nightbot follows me around, Punchy says. Priscilla says, I'm the most useless mod. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Candy says maybe Nightbot is trolling me. Gosh, I didn't even see it on my screen. Like, I saw Valley Fish. I mean, like, his thing was very helpful. I wanted that. Valley Fish says, is the new tank going to be up by next Saturday? Maybe. I'm really far ahead on my YouTube videos right now. Usually on the weekends I make YouTube videos, but today, whenever I got back from the fish store, I kind of just chilled. I mean, there were some things I had to do, but Monday morning I got to get up super early because two things. I've got to ship out 2 boxes of fish, and I also got to get caught up on all that NSM University crap. So I got to get up real early Monday, and I don't really want to sit around and make videos tomorrow. So I might go and get some concrete blocks and some lumber tomorrow at Menards, and I might set it up tomorrow. But I've got to figure out what substrate I want to do with it. Like, I don't know if I want to do pea gravel or if I want to order some black sand, but then I think I remember Bob or somebody saying they didn't like black sand. They'll never get it again. And I know I don't want to buy some expensive flue ball stratum and different things like that. Like, I think I want to do pea gravel, but I don't want to do that color again. I'd like a contrasting color. John Bedker says nobody puts Nightbot in the corner. LOL. Real thing for you. Yeah, everybody's spamming now to try to get Nightbot to show itself. Okay. Let's see here. Sent another photo. You have to let it go. Yeah, and it's not even showing up on here. Like, it's not showing up on the stream. No Nightbot, or he would have nailed my last chat. Well, she just sent me, because Real Thing for You did the same thing. Okay, I think I remember when I did have Nightbot, Real Thing for You had the capabilities of taking over for Nightbot. Because I remember saying, or seeing Nightbot saying, moderator, Real Thing for You, something another. So maybe Real Thing for You is trolling us tonight as Nightbot. But I can't see Nightbot on the screen here. All these things that Candy is, she's taking screenshots and showing me. I'm not seeing it at all, but it's happening. Nightbot is here, guys. Valley Fish says, glad I didn't get kicked out. But Nightbot was talking to you and you didn't get to see it. And then the same thing with Real Thing for You. Like, when Real Thing for You did the same thing that Lumpy Dog did, below it says, give it up, Real Thing for You. And it's Nightbot talking about what Real Thing for You said. Craziness. Yeah, I'm not seeing it either, Kevin. Weird, it's on my screen. That is weird. It's because you're the moderator of the world. You're the queen moderator. You see all. All right, guys. We got 8 minutes left. I haven't talked about any of my videos that I got coming up this next week. Let's see here. What do we got coming up? I can't remember what I got coming up Monday. Okay. So, Monday will be the 17th of September. There's bound to be shortcuts. September 17th is the video that I made of me making this tank right here. So it is basically, the name of it is I have to do something with all of these plecos. So that means that 18, 19, 20, September 20th is next Thursday, and it's pleco versus sweet potato. So Both of them are Pleco videos this next week. And yeah. Susan for SLC Aquatics says, thanks, Jeff and Fish Fam. Love. Lumpy Dog says, Candy is the Oracle. Yeah, really. Candy says, screw Frank. Nightbot is my neutral. That is so weird. Real thing for you, Fish Tank says, no, not me. You will see if you hit the live chat. Oh. Okay. Commands. Alright. So we got another 5 minutes left, guys. We're down to 19 and counting. It was a good night. Good live stream, guys. At one time, I think we had 47 people here. So we had a pretty good little peak. Yeah. So I think I'll do some water changes tomorrow. I'll maybe get this tank set up. And that will be fun. Tampa Tom says, Jeffro going to get a new iPhone. I would like to get the new Samsung Note 9 or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's the one that John Bedker has when I was at his house. And he took some pictures with his, and I mean, the pictures were amazing. So I had an iPad before I got iPhones, and when I had my iPad, I had Galaxy phones, so Samsung phones, and I was hooked on those. I thought they were the best in the world. But then I reluctantly did get this iPhone with my new job that I'm at now for the last 3 years, and I picked up on it really quick because I had been on iPads for so long, and it's the same thing, you know. It's just smaller. And Iowa smoking Northern Iowa 31-0. Go Hawkeyes. Sweet, brother. Yeah, I can't wait to get onto that game here in a minute. That is awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I need a new phone because my phone is whack all the time. It's getting to where I can't hear on it. But I think if I have a choice, I'd rather go with that new Samsung phone. It's got the best camera that's ever been on a cell phone before, so we'll see. All right. Anything else going on? Whoops. Show. Oh. Huh. All it did was give me a choice to show something that had been removed. Weird. John Bedker says the S9 is supposed to have the best camera ever in a phone. Yeah, I know. And Casey Neistat did a review on it, and it looks really good. Mortal Slayer 82 says, thanks for the stream, Jeffro. Have a great weekend all. You too, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Always nice to have you here. And we'll see you Wednesday night, bud. Keith Boardley, Samsung Galaxy S9, and love it. Yeah, I know. And the only thing that I would have trouble going back to the Samsung phones after being on this iPhone for a long time is I can't remember how I used to copy and paste. Like I can remember whenever I first got a Galaxy phone, it was like the S5 or S4 way back. I remember for the longest time I couldn't do copy and paste, and I do that a lot. Like I copy and paste on my phone. Maybe it was when I came over to the iPhone, I couldn't figure out how to copy and paste. But like if I get an email, I'll copy and paste like the body of the email, and then I'll paste it over into like a reminder, and I put it in my calendar for my reminder, and then it gives me like a meaning of what my reminder is, and I don't have to type it all out, you know. Let's see here. I have the S9, maybe the S10. I will have to check my bank account. Yeah, I think the S9 is the latest one. I did see some kind of commercial on Facebook how their iPhone is getting ready to um, launch their latest. There's like two of them. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we are nearing the 2 hour mark here. We're down to 16 people. I'm just trying to hit the whole 2 hours here. Sometimes it's even nice to go a little bit over just in case on editing there was some buffering or something like that, because then it will go under. But this one's not that big of a deal. So thanks to everyone that came out tonight. We'll see you again same time, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget to check out my video Monday called "What Am I Going to Do with All These Plecos?" or "I've Got to Do Something with All These Plecos." And other than that, you guys have a great rest of the weekend. Peace out, y'all.